Barcelona is a Latin and Mediterranean city, which means that its people love to stay up late, party, have fun, eat out with friends, drink wine, laugh, dance, chat until the sun comes up, and celebrate life.
They are also a celebration of life.
So it has become a magnet for people from all over the world. But like everything in life, it also has a downside. Barcelona has a high population density, a very large and active tourist sector, lots of bars and restaurants, and a culture that is typically not very respectful towards silence and the right to rest. Hence, it's quite usual that noise gets into your home and affects your quality of life. Look at this graphic. Barcelona is the second noisiest city in Europe. Most of the time, the noise will come from neighbors, but it can also come from traffic or from the bar terrace under your house. Therefore, if you are sensitive to noise, here are some tips on how to reduce the chances of buying a noisy home. Tip number 1. Get the highest floor of the building. If you are in a high floor, you'll reduce the noise from the street. The higher the floor, the fewer decibels will reach you. Most noise nuisance is usually from the upstairs neighbors. If you live on the top floor, you drastically reduce the likelihood that insensitive neighbors will make your life miserable. And believe me, I know what I'm talking about. Tip number 2. Choose the right neighborhood. Some neighborhoods are noisier than others, and within each neighborhood there are noisier areas than others. It must be said that Barcelona is a big and diverse city, so there are also very quiet areas. You could even live in an isolated house in the middle of the mountains. Before buying a house, take a good look at the area in the morning, in the evening and at night, on work days but also on weekends. Also be aware that on nights of the weekends things can change considerably. Tip number 3. Stay away from tourist areas. More than 30 million people visit this city every year. All these people generate a lot of noise, but almost all of these tourists are concentrated in just 10% of the city's territory, which means that just a couple of metro stops from the center, you're already in a tourist-free area, and therefore free from the noise they generate. Tip number 4. Choose a home that faces an interior patio. In Barcelona, flats with balconies or terraces facing a large inner courtyard are a common thing. These properties tend to be quieter because there's no noise from the street. Tip number 5. Avoid the most central areas. The center of the city is usually the noisiest area, but not only in the street. Students love to live in the center, so it's very likely that you'll have a student flat close to you, and we all know what happens in these flats. Tip number 6. Install double or even triple glazed windows. If the noise is coming from the street, you can install double or even triple glazed windows. It's amazing how these windows can reduce the noise that enters the house. Tip number 7. Ask the neighbors. Hi. Hello. My name is Oscar, and I'm going to buy a property here in this building. I was interested to know whether you can provide us some information about how are the neighbors here. There's a lot of noise, so it will be possible?
Yeah, sure. Nice to meet you, Oscar.
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
oh,
sure.
thank you. Thank you. Nothing can give you as much information as asking the neighbors. It's as easy as calling a random neighbor and introducing yourself, saying that you are thinking of buying a home in that building and would like to know what the neighborhood is like. There's always someone who is more than happy to chat with you and explain everything that is going on in that building and in the area, the good and the bad, without mincing words. This source of information is really valuable, so make the most of it. What do you think about the noise in Barcelona? Do you think it's different from where you live? Can you think of any other tips to reduce the chances of buying a noisy flat? Let me know your opinion in the comments, and if you have any questions, send me an email. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.